Hey, fellow theme park buffs and Mouseketeers out there. It's Eglantine, the homegrown tourist. I'm here with my friend, the real Dr. Venkman, except no substitutes.
How's it going, boys and girls?
And we have Dalton, the authenticator, ready to authenticate.
Many things, as per usual.
So whenever I say a lie, he corrects me.
There you go. The nose grows. So we got to talk about something. It's according to what I read in Walt Disney World News today. My wife actually pointed this one out. Haunted Mansion went down. And now they said indefinitely. I've also heard for 3 days. So it depends on how quickly the how quickly the maintenance gets to work, how quickly they do things. Apparently the doom buggies have been falling apart, and there was something that happened so bad the previous, not today, but the day before, I guess, we're 12:30. So yesterday, but something happened so bad that they'd been closed all day and maybe for the next 3 days or indefinitely. This comes on the back of an explosion at not like Die Hard like explosion at the People Mover, and then a sinking at Jungle Cruise.
What could conceivably explode in the People Mover? Like, that is one of the simplest rides I would think to manage.
It just seems
in the name of Chernobog do you get that to explode?
It just seems like they're having a bad week, because first, they had the Jungle Cruise. Then you had the person who allegedly jumped. I'm not sure.
And there was a suicide. Yes, but here's the thing.
And then closing Epcot. I believe for 6 months or 2 years.
Well, no, that was planned maintenance. We're not. Yeah, we're not talking about that.
I understand that, but adding that onto all this stuff, it's like, geez.
There is a case where, like they were also, I saw on Twitter, somebody tweeted out that the line for Jungle Cruise, the Fast Pass line anyway, went all the way down to the treehouse. The Fast Pass line went to the treehouse because of all the things that were breaking down. And if you have a Fast Pass or something and it breaks down, then your Fast Pass can transfer to anything else. So apparently a lot of people were picking Jungle Cruise, and I'm sure other things, like if Space Mountain was running, they got a long line as well. But that just goes to show, we were talking, what was the name of the guy who just became CEO? Hey, Maverick, how you doing?
Bob Chipek.
Yes.
Bob Chipek. And he's been running rides and attractions for quite a while now. And he's really cheap about it. He's a penny pincher. And it just goes to show.
Yeah, in the category of this does not bode well, this is the 2000, Alex.
The thing is, I've been noticing things that have been going wrong for quite a while. I've been going to Disney since I was a baby. Literally, that's not like, I'm not being facetious or anything. Literally, my mother worked there. She has a picture of me. She's holding me as a child. I say that, and I know a lot of kids are like that. My kids are like this, but I've never had a first day at Disney. I remember my first trip. No, because it's always been there. I've gone thousands of times, and I got to tell you, it's never been this bad. It has never been this bad. Even at the height and the worst bit with Michael Eisner, it's never been this bad. And he's the guy who said you could train a monkey to do the job that I was doing, which, if I could do it, I doubt that a monkey would have a hard time. So it's that's fine. But yeah. But point being is, it seems like they're getting away from the Disney dream, and I understand they're a corporation; they got to make money. That's fine, but it seems like it's all about the money now, and they're taking it to the point where safety is now a concern.
You know what else this reminds me of? This reminds me of Abigail Disney being on their rears over how they were treating the workers. And, as we said when that story broke, good on an actual Disney for standing up for her family's legacy and all. But, these are things that should simply not happen. Like, we were talking about this last week. The Jungle Cruise is literally like to the the knees of your average adult. So how the heck do you sink a boat in a canal that's basically a kiddie pool?
Well,
No.
I want to get back to his analogy, but it's so simple that even a monkey could do it. Now I got a picture of a guy walking in the room like a Simpsons. It'd be like a Simpsons spoof. Walks in the room and there's a bunch of monkeys doing the work. He's like, "Get back to work!" You're like, "Oh crap!" You know, it's a scatter.
Well, actually, when I worked at The Simpsons, just for fun, I went to on my day off. I took my daughters to ride it, and I was wearing a white shirt and jeans, by the way, just to look like Homer. So, but the thing is,
was your face covered with mustard from eating a hot dog?
No, they wouldn't let me do that. The thing is, it's exactly right. Chapek is notorious for cutting corners, as Maverick's saying in the comment section. He's and like I said, it's going to the point where now guest safety is a concern, and it's not even that's just the tip of the iceberg. It just seems like they're ignoring what it really should be about. By the way, and you should never put guest safety below making $1. When I worked at Universal, I had the joke saying Universal's motto is good enough. What they would do is they would make a ride, and it would have all these ride elements going on. There'd be so much to see, so much to experience, and it would be amazing. But if you went on the next time, when you went on the next time, you may notice, hey, what happened to that one thing that was flickering over in the? I really liked that. I thought that was a really good touch, and it would never come back. Or, hey, oh yeah, and then the next time you come, hey, wait a second, that thing, and then I remember there was something over here, but they're not doing. And I always said that Universal's motto is good enough. So long as the guests aren't complaining, it's fine because we got their money. Who cares? And that was Universal Studios' motto. And it really seems like that's Disney's motto now as well. So long as they could get the bucks, so long as they could get that extra, that little bit of blood out of the stone, that seems to be what's going on, what they're fine with. And I noticed the little things going throughout the years as well. If you like the Epcot fireworks show, you may sit in the best spot for an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours. Sometimes I would see people just sitting themselves right down in the best spot, right by Italy or over by France. And they would just camp out. But then all of a sudden Disney noticed this. This is where people
charging extra for it.
And if you wanted to be here, you had to pay. You had to get a dining package or something along those lines. Anytime they noticed somebody loved doing something, they started paying money. Oh, wow. Okay. You know what? I'm going to stay late because I noticed that the later we stick around, the less there's crowds. Oh, really? Well, we're going to close the park an hour earlier, 2 hours earlier, and then we're going to sell $100 tickets to people who want to stay that late.
You know what really annoys me about all that, though? It's basically punishing your consumers for being invested in your product.
Basically, yes.
Well, I heard
because that's what that means when somebody notices those little quirks. It means they've spent enough time and or energy on this to figure out this is how we get it's like kind of having an inside joke or an inner circle.
Wow.
And you're basically punishing your fan base for being devoted to you in that way. You're now basically making them pay for the privilege of being smart enough to figure things out. And it's baffling.
Go on ahead, Venkman.
I also heard that they're getting rid of the complimentary bread.
Yes, that's another little thing. Complimentary bread in a lot of restaurants is out now.
I am outraged. I've never been there, but I wanted to try it, and I can't now.
Now, granted, there have been bread services. The one thing, if you go to a restaurant called Sanad Animal Kingdom Lodge, it's amazing. And they've got for $15, they've got this bread service where they bring all sorts of pita, all sorts of non-bread, and they bring all sorts of African kind of dips. It's amazing.
Bread
It's
buffet.
$15. It's one of the best things I've ever had. I always thought I was paying $15 for all the dips. You know, that was what we were really going for. The bread is just, here you go, have it. But it seems like that was almost an experiment, because now even at one of the worst restaurants on property, which is in the Magic Kingdom, it's called Tony's Town Square, they're selling garlic knots instead of just giving them away like they used to. Now you have to pay for them, and I think it's like $10. No, sorry, but no.
Disney, like, even ancient Rome figured out the masses will stay happy if you just provide them the bread and circuses, and you're
exactly. And one of the best things about bread is you could immediately give it to your kids if you needed to quiet them down. Maybe they're hungry, whatever. It was like, here you go, and they would they could eat, and it would be something immediate to put in their mouths and quiet them up a little bit. But yeah, to charge, it's just like, come on, seriously, it's just getting to be a little bit too much. Here's the thing. I love going. I love being there, or at least I did. I kind of like it now. They also used to have slow periods, but Disney decided, you know what, we've noticed a lot of people go during the summer. A lot of people go during Christmas. So what we're going to do is we're going to raise the prices for Christmas and summertime. And then we're gonna make sure that everybody now knows when it's slower, and it's, you know,
getting back to that reference point that I make a lot, but it fits, so I don't mind. It's like somebody watched that scene from Jurassic Park with the lawyer being like, "We can charge whatever we want, $5,000 a day, and people will pay it." And like, instead of seeing that as the cautionary tale, they saw it as an instruction manual.
Well, the thing is Walt Disney, or Hammond in that situation, said, no, I want this to be for everybody. Walt Disney, now granted, he was there to make money. Let's not, you know, I love the man. He is a hero of mine. I've got many books on them.
Down capitalism by any stretch of the
imagination. Not even a little bit, but he understood what the product and who the product was for, and he didn't want to price anyone out. Well, I'm gonna get to that too, Maverick. The last comment there, but yeah, I do think that that's part of it, because a lot of stuff has begun to cater to the rich. Once again, do you want to go in the morning time when nobody's there? You're going to have to pay extra money. Do you want to stay late? You're going to have to pay extra money. Do you want to have the dessert party? Do you want to have a little dessert while you're watching the fireworks? $80 freaking dollars. $80 for a dessert buffet. I'm not freaking kidding. I thought it would be nice for me and Gail to do $80. God dang. And here's something, but you don't charge. You're not charged for it. If you get a hotel room, you can set a fast pass for a ride. That's like a reservation for a ride. You could set it 60 days in advance, and less than that if you're not staying on property. So it's an incentive to stay at the hotels.
That one makes sense, because that's a sensible deal, kind of.
Except now all of the good rides are all taken, and in some cases you get like the Rise of Skywalker, where you only get through that, but you have to show up at 6 o'clock in the morning in order to. I do not think I will ever ride the Rise of Skywalker. I was so looking forward to.
You mean the Rise of the Resistance?
Rise of the Resistance, yeah. Rise of the Resistance, thank you. Just the way they've been doing it. The worst part about it is because of this, because people are now going to the hotels and they get their fast pass, the whole 9 yards. The fast pass is the real line. It used to be there to augment. So like it wouldn't be as long of a line. Now your standby lines are longer than ever, because they'll let 100 fast pass. Okay, we'll let 10 normal, which I've worked attractions. I've worked at many attractions. I've done the fast pass thing. You know what? Nobody freaking notices. Nobody notices. I would do 50 and 50. And you know what? The line went quick. Both lines went quick. Nobody ever complained. Nobody complained.
That was something I liked when we went, because I have, my disability. They basically gave me access to the Fast Pass line in a lot of different rides because they knew it would be difficult otherwise. And I enjoyed that. And it's a perk I've gotten at other theme parks too, because apparently a lot of theme parks do it. But
now what they do is what they do now is they give you a card, and you come in, you go up, and you say, okay, we want to ride the ride, and what they'll do is they'll mark it like 6:45. The wait time is like an hour. So they'll say, come back at 7:45. So you come back 7:45, they get you right on. Yeah, I know, right? Not quite the same.
It seems less interesting and less efficient at the same time, and that doesn't. That does not seem right at all. No.
What they believe it does is, one, it's fair to everybody, and two, it allows you to not have to wait in line. And I don't know why. To me, it just seems really dumb.
Corporate logic, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's ridiculous what's going on. The people mover zonked out. There was actually sparks and and that was stopped for a little bit. It wasn't for forever. The ramp is always going out. I always worry it's going to be like, for me, because I'm so fat, that it'll be like, oh, okay, we just can't take it anymore. Stop.
Well, I think you'd be more worried about the ride stopping. You get to walk like a half a mile.
Actually, you would think so, but I would enjoy that
on even surface. So with your knees,
but I would enjoy that, considering or depending on what I get to walk through. It's like I was very jealous of the people who got stopped on Jungle Cruise. I'm really jealous that these people were evacuated off Haunted Mansion. That means they turned up the lights. So they got a walking tour of Haunted Mansion while the lights are up. Hells to the yeah. The attraction experienced a delay opening this morning at Magic Kingdom, and by that we mean it never opened at time of publishing. The Haunted Mansion is listed as temporarily closed on the My Disney Experience. We spoke to cast members at the location this morning who informed us that the attraction went down last night and hasn't been running since. The outlook seemed grim. And but upon talking to guest relations, the closure might take longer than we think. Guest relation cast members stated that the closure would last a total of 3 days, although that all depends on how quickly ride maintenance crews can get the ride back up and running. If you're not putting money into it, what's his name? Chapek? If he's not putting money into it, these rides are going to continue to break down. The water's going to continue to start smelling. Yes, it does after a while. If they don't continue to clean it, the elements are going to start failing and falling all the time. Have you ever been to Buzz?
It's going to come back to haunt you.
There you go. Have you ever been to Buzz Lightyear? Your gun wasn't working, or the sensors weren't working. It's a useless ride without it. It's the Magic Kingdom especially is suffering. You see it here and there with Epcot or Animal Kingdom, not so much the animal side, but with some of the attractions. Right now, Hollywood Studios is getting a lot of attention for their new rides, but what about their old ones?
It seems kind of counterintuitive that they would let Magic Kingdom of all things go. Like, I could see Epcot having issues because, let's be honest, for the longest time, nobody cared about Epcot except myself and hipsters, and those aren't necessarily mutually exclusive. Or like I could see things in Animal Kingdom going a little bit awry because aside from the animals, there's not really so much there. But like Magic Kingdom is still to this day the face of the parks. Like the face of Walt Disney World is still Magic Kingdom, and the same I'm sure is true of Disneyland out in California. The Magic Kingdom is the center from which all the others spring. So how can you let the Magic Kingdom go, Screwy? It doesn't make any sense to me.
Yeah, that should be something they're on all the time, but you'll see an element here, you'll see an element there just fall. And if enough people do not complain about it, it's not going to get fixed.
Well, but here's the interesting thing, and here's the wrinkle, I think. The more of these high-profile accidents that happen, and the more Disney has to compensate for these high-profile accidents, sooner or later, heads are going to roll someone somewhere, because every time there's one of these public accidents, not only does the company look bad, not only do they have to deal with a whole news cycle, but they also usually have to compensate in some way. And how many of those can Disney do in full view of the 24-hour media cycle before somebody goes, somebody get in my office now, we are fixing this crap.
Yeah. Going over to Maranya saying the cost of preventative maintenance is more than worth it because it prevents costly downtime should systems fail. Now, here's the thing. They don't put in Nightmare Before Christmas in our Haunted Mansion. One of the reasons is that that's the classic one. And they think that a lot of people would be way too pissed if it was down. So that was one of the excuses. It's not a reason, it's an excuse. But now they're going through it. Now there's going to be people for the next 3, 4, 5 days, however long this is going to take, who aren't going to be experiencing this classic. And they should know that. Sadly, a lot of number crunchers don't see that, and they want to cut costs overall, penny wise and pound foolish.
This makes me really upset, actually, because Haunted Mansion was like my favorite ride in the entire Magic Kingdom when we went. It was so much fun.
It is Gail's. When she read that, she immediately texted me, "Oh my gosh, are you going to talk about this?" I would love to get her on here sometimes. I think she'd be brilliant on the microphone. Maybe not as the host, but she would be a great guest. She really would. She doesn't think she doesn't think she knows a lot about Disney, but she does. Because she's not good like at spouting off stuff, but if people bring stuff up, she remembers it. And she's been going to the parks with me now for 25 years.
Yeah.
One of our first dates was out to Disney.
That doesn't surprise me.
Really, you think?
That really doesn't surprise me.
They were married by Mickey Mouse.
I would have loved to have had a Disney wedding if we could afford that. Hell's to the yeah. But no, we've been going for quite a while now. I think she would be great on the microphone, but she's shy as far as all that's concerned. Plus, it's one of those situations of everybody's seen her picture thin, so she's afraid to get on that.
Why didn't she put on a Mickey costume or Minnie costume?
Never happened, bro. Although I've looked into it, and we may do Up. I told her we should go cosplay as Carl and Ellie because that is her favorite movie.
Well, all you need is the thicker rim glasses, and you're already there.
Thick rim glasses, a bow tie, the suspenders, and all she can wear the pith helmet, and she sent this thing. I can't believe it. They closed Haunted Mansion. It's horrible. But like I said, I guess if Chapek's been in charge all this time, where stuff has been falling apart. Yeah, I know. I almost went where stuff has been falling apart. What's that bode for the future, man? Seriously.
You hear this? Jessica Alba's going to host and be executive produce a new docuseries for Disney.
Oh, cool. One thing I could say, I do like Disney Plus still. I just actually tried
to watch a sequel for Disney Plus.
Okay. Well, we watched the Aristocats and Up tonight because Gail, like I said, Gail came home. She was upset. Work bothered her. The traffic was horrible. She came in and she was, and I was like, okay, we need her favorite movie. So we put it on. I watched Aristocats. She came in. It was like, the suggestion after Aristocats was Rescuers. So I'm like, yes, fire it up. But then when I saw her, I was like, no, we need Up. And 11 minutes 11 minutes, 50 seconds of the greatest freaking love story of all time. And she's like, it's so sad. It could make you cry if you're not careful. I said, hun, you are already crying.
You are in the
you know, and here I am just like hiding, you know, because you can we haven't seen it in a while. And
Ooh.
I got to admit, that first segment, man, both of us are eyes welled up. I love you.
There's hey, Ingleton, there's a Mandalorian version of the classic board game Trouble coming out. Yeah. And you know the thing you push in the middle to pop the dice? We got a little baby Yoda and a little ball just shaking around. I'm just kidding on that part. No, but it looks pretty cool though. The Mandalorian version has Baby Yoda on the front, so people are really into that stuff. You know, plus who doesn't like the game Trouble?
You're looking up stuff. Yeah, we're going to talk about some other stories in a little bit. You can't do direct ripoffs of Disney characters as an adult. You could do similar, but nothing that would get you confused for one. Oh yeah, the only time you could get away with stuff is really, I recommend go Dapper Days. And what you could do is, I've seen many people, like the guy the girl is in a red dress and the guy's in red pants, white shirt with suspenders, and they're Jessica Rabbit and Roger Rabbit. You could go, that's one of the best ways it's like cosplay, but you're not really, don't put on Mickey ears and paint your face, but you could get away with a black shirt, red pants.
My standard look is basically the appropriate attire for Facilier.
Oh, there you go. That kind of thing you can do, so long as you're, like you said, so long as you're like not exactly that character. Maverick saying he sees more ride malfunctions. Like, yeah, please, by all means, bring it up if we miss something. It's getting ridiculous. It really is. The way they seem to be putting people second or third to the dollar is absolutely horrible. This is something that you could see outside, obviously, and this is something I've got to say, congratulations to Michael Eisner. They really started doing with the merchandising for their movies and everything, and that's fan-freaking-tastic. I'm glad they did. They saved the company. But when you start putting guest safety, and I really do believe that's what's been going on, guest safety is now less of a concern than, and guest happiness is less of a concern than the almighty dollar. Good enough is not good enough at Disney.
Walt Disney's frozen head is spinning in the vault somewhere.
Exactly. It just isn't. I've said this many times about the restaurants, because I would always hear, well, everybody has a bad day. No. Look, if you go to TGI Fridays, they have a bad day. Fine. TGI Fridays is reliant on that local business. TGI Fridays, me and Gail are going to, I've had bad apps. Okay, we went back. It was good. Fine. That's different. But going to California Grill at $100 a plate, they're not allowed to have a bad day.
Not really, no.
No. Even at Cinderella's Table, well, that's almost $100 a plate. But point being is, these are places where people are coming, and this might be their very first time. It might be their very only time. It's their only time to go.
Yep.
They cannot have a bad day. I am got to tell you, I understand I'm the bad guy on this one. I've heard a lot of people argue with me on this one, but they are not allowed to have a bad day at Disney restaurants, in my opinion.
Well, no, because like even in the movies, the food is almost as big a part of the atmosphere as the rest of the movie is. Like every time you watch Little Mermaid, you wait for the the Le Poisson scene, and do I even need to mention the entire Be Our Guest sequence?
Be Our Guest, yep.
After all, this is France, and the dinner here is never second best.
Oh, by the way, the gray stuff, it's icing, and it's not all that delicious.
Aw.
Yeah, Gail and I are gonna go someday, but I think for her birthday, we made reservations at the Mexican restaurant at Epcot. They've got this window that opens up to the fireworks, and we made it during the fireworks, so we'll be able to sit there and watch. And yeah, I wanted to do something special for her birthday and everything. So
yeah, as you should.
Yeah, it's nice. But see, I still love Disney, man. I'm mad at it. Is it worth it? I don't know.
Do you see this?
Hold on just a sec. What are we seeing? Share your...
Okay, I'll share my screen. Hold on.
Yeah. You're looking for other stories? Because I was going to bring up a couple of them, but I was going to end on a happier note. So we do have some good stories.
Mine's a little bit happy, depending on what gender you are.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, share your screen and let's talk about it then. We'll shift it. But let me sum up the what we started talking about, and we'll go to a different story, okay? I still do love Disney. I love going. I like I'm looking forward to the Flower and Garden Festival at Epcot. I love going through the aviaries at the Animal Kingdom. It's one of my favorite things to do. Flight of Passage is an incredible ride there. So is Mount Everest. I just love Animal Kingdom. I still want to go on Mickey's Runaway. And one day maybe I'll get to Star Wars Rise of the Resistance, but I still enjoy it. And that's why I hate it that I have to ask the question, is Disney worth it anymore? Yeah,
Disney, we're mad at you because we love you. It's like seeing a friend or relative on drugs or something. Like, you know,
sharing.
It comes a time to stage an intervention, Disney, and you are sick and you need help. Let us help you.
I will in just a bit, Venkman. That's the whole thing. It's just one of those. It's like if you met me in my svelte days where I was more athletic. You came and you saw, you go, wow, you let yourself go. Disney, this is you. Okay, this is you now.
Oh no!
Go back to young guy who took care of himself and was moving around a lot. This is you. You're lazy and you're fat, and you just tell people to give money. Which, by the way, in the link below, you could go on over to Patreon.
Yeah, and as long as we're guilt tripping you, Disney, just think of the following phrase: what would Uncle Walt think of us right now?
Well, I have a good article and a bad article. Let's start with the bad first.
Disney parks will be releasing special pins to celebrate International Women's Day. Oh, okay. Yeah, they always do this. Scroll down. Do they have them? Oh, that's not bad. Princess Amidala, but what is up with her nose?
Yep.
It looks huge. What else do they have? Princess Leia?
Yeah, just two.
Just the two? That's it?
Yeah, that's just two. That's all the other pins are getting. So March 8th, which is coming up in two more days.
Okay.
And then look at.
Oh yes, I've seen this. I love this patch. I want that Kermit the Frog patch.
Plays the banjo, and then lights up. Yep.
Why are there so many songs about rainbows?
The fact
why am I singing out of key?
I don't know the words, but I love the melody.
Ratatouille is one of my favorite Disney Pixar movies with food in it. I love Ratatouille. Oh, and there's a story about Ratatouille, as a matter of fact, that I
Yep.
Yay.
It looks like they've got a time for the ride to open.
And a fun fact about Kermit, he first appeared in a television show called Sam and Friends, which premiered May 9th, 1955.
Disney adds Remy's Ratatouille Adventure and France Pavilion expansion to Epcot Park map. And there's a possible opening by June 1st. Woohoo!
Ratatouille is one of my favorites. And when I was a kid for like 10 years, it was my absolute favorite Pixar movie. So
Space 220 restaurants.
Hold on, we're going to get to that. Venkman, you're jumping. Hold on. Yeah. It's it's right here. I could see. Yeah, that's where the Ratatouille is supposed to go. It is on the mark. It is on the map, at least. I'm looking forward to it. I've seen ride-throughs for the one in Disneyland Paris. So that's right. Remy Ratatouille Adventures and the French expansion have been added to the park map ahead of its opening this summer. In addition, the attraction has been added to the listings on the park map. Wow, that's going to confuse people. Coming soon. Okay, Lisa says coming soon. Remy's Ratatouille adventure. Yeah, get people excited for it. Alrighty, so this all since maps I'll have art promoting Epcot's International Flower and Garden. There's a chance that the attraction and expansion may open before the festival ends on June 1st. I'm looking forward to it. I think it's I think it will be cool. Oh shoot, I thought I was sharing, but I wasn't.
Nope, you're sharing mine the whole time.
There you go. That's cool. I'm still learning how to do all this.
No, it's okay.
I am not an experienced live streamer.
Smell the magic candles from Disney.
Oh yeah.
I feel like clicking on that. Now, some about this one. This one here, April Epcot. Space 220 restaurant. You heard of this before?
Yeah, we covered this already. The Space 220 that's opening.
Oh, was that went out last week?
No, we covered that a long time ago. That was one we did with Pixel when they were sort of pitching the concept art and such.
Look at this. You get a plushie, limited edition. You guys still there? Hello?
Yeah, did we lose Eglantine?
Maybe, because my thing's just loading on my phone.
Yeah, I'm having the same issue here. It's
Oh wow, I see. Yeah, wow.
the screen is blacking out. I don't know if it's probably just the internet being dumb, as per usual.
Can you hear us?
It's a small world after all.
It's a dark world.
Small world after all.
But I assume they can hear us. I thought. Maybe he lost power. The stream's still going.
Hey, that was weird.
Whoa, there's four of you. There's four of us now.
Oh, really? Okay, let's bounce this Eglantine. Let's bounce that one. All right, that was very strange.
That was hilarious.
It was yeah, it just dropped everything. Yeah, you have a black screen, guys, with the three of you on one side. I think you froze. Yeah, the whole thing, it just stopped.
Now I just have a
This
black
live
screen.
stream brought to you by Bob Chippick.
Yeah, Bob Chapek is yeah, you're right. He wanted to make sure this came in a costly manner. But oh well, we're back and we're I'm definitely embarrassed that happened. I was trying to share the screen and it froze up.
Well, that's okay.
So what are you on here?
Well, I'm on the Twitter page right now.
The Twitter page, just seeing what's going on. Yeah, I would love to be able to go out there every day. These guys are out there every day.
Cast members sanitizing magic brand such points finger scanners.
Oh hell yeah! Thank you. That was something. Oh, it's so freaking gross. I carry. Oh, by the way, and this is good advice. If you go to Disney, carry Purell. Make sure, because you're going to be touching some things that hundreds, maybe thousands of people have touched before. If even with the magic band, you put your magic band up to the little scanner, but you've got to put your fingerprint to prove that it's you. You're not the first person to go through that fingerprinter. So make sure you've got Purell afterwards.
I hope they were doing this before all this talk about it, because, man,
nope.
People who have fecal matter on their fingers don't want to touch them. I hate touching.
Okay, you didn't need to put that mental image in my head.
I don't know. I don't know if it's such a bad thing, to tell you the truth. Put that image. People go, yeah, you should be.
I watched the Dateline episode, and they went through Office, and they touched they did a cleaning all the keyboards, and they said the keyboards were the dirtiest things in the office. They were dirtier than the toilets.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
it's
we apologize for any germaphobes we may have just given PTSD.
Well, you do need to you do need to take care. Seriously. Okay,
honestly, go ahead.
I was going to move on a little bit and mention that also. Also, there's a Space 220 restaurant, and it now is slated to open in April. I guess I've got to see if are they doing reservations. In an article posted by Total Food Service, the procurement team and at Patina Restaurant Group talked about the power of story with any restaurant concept, even when it comes to cutlery. Patina Restaurant Group, who owns more than 10. Okay, where are you?
I'm still sharing mine, so you're still showing mine. Whatever article you're looking at.
There we go. Let's see if it'll let me do that this time. There we go. But this is what they've got here for it. I am jazzed for this thing. Look at this. This is supposedly you're supposed to go through kind of a mission space thing where you're looking down and you blast off. This was from not Mission Space, but Mission to Mars. This was a ride that they had in the 70s and early 80s. It was so tacky, but I would love to do this to get into the restaurant. It's
kind of cool.
Yeah, it's as if you're leaving Earth to go into the restaurant that is then circling.
Do you feel like is it a motion ride?
I don't know. That would be very interesting. But let's see if it'll pop up here, and you can see it's supposed to seem like you're on a space station, and here's this is kind of the view that you're supposed to be getting, where you can look out and you're looking out into space. There it is.
That's no moon. That's a space station.
That I am so jazzed. I cannot wait for this. I want to get. I don't care the price. I will. I will hawk one of the children if I have to.
Don't say that. Chip.
Oh yeah, that's true. See, there you go. That's why I do what I do. You dumbasses. You don't care about the price. No, what I mean is I know that they have their low tier, their mid tier, and their high tier restaurants. If this is another Be Our Guest style, I'd go for it. Although, yes, even that needs to calm the hell down.
Were there ever hand sanitizer places put in place on the parks?
Now they do.
Before any of this stuff.
No.
I know they're talking about Disneyland. They're talking about automated hand sanitizer stations added to nearly every counter service restaurant at Disney. I'm like at that point. I want the face mask that has like the Mickey Mouse on it or the Goofy. Like that's what they do in other countries, man. With this whole virus, I mean, it's not a joke, but I mean, I'm just saying it's scary.
What annoys me about it is fewer people are dying of coronavirus than are dying of the regular flu, and yet
we don't really know the numbers as far as how many people have died overseas. But then again, we have a better healthcare system than some other countries. So I mean, but
again, even comparing America to America, fewer people have died in America of the coronavirus than die of the regular flu every year. I don't like pandemic fear mongering.
Well,
there is a little bit of that going. Here's something interesting. Now I love the Primeval Whirl. Gail hates it because she doesn't like mouse coasters where it looks like you're about to fall off and then they whip you around, and she hates that kind of thing. I think they're fun as hell. But apparently with Primeval Whirl, they're only going to open it on a few dates, like March 21st, 22nd, 23rd, 28th, and 29. That's during spring break to get rid of pressure from other areas. Okay, so what's the deal? Are you just close it and put something else in there already. If you're not going to bring it back, go enjoy it while you can. Hopefully, as it gets closer to summer, we will see this attraction open more and more days. I know I love it. No one can pop my back quite like the Primeval Whirl. That's another reason why Gail doesn't like, because when it spins, it really does whip you. But I enjoy it. I like that roller coaster.
Whip it good.
I'm glad that it's getting back open.
Primeval on you.
Yeah. Flower and Garden is open, so they've got their food booths back up and running. I don't know what I feel about food booths at Flower and Garden. They're turning everything into the food and wine. So this is the French Pavilion right here. And let's see, what are they offering then? They have pictures. Oh, okay, I guess this is their big things right here. And you have what is it? Tart ox onions, caramelize, goat cheese tart with caramelized onions. Yucca. I guess that's this right here. Well, I don't know which one is which. I don't understand French. Then
my onion.
Brioche cake filled with light pastry cream and served with raspberry coulis. Obviously,
Yes,
this right
yes,
here.
please. I will be taking a bunch of those.
And then eclair filled with raspberry and chocolate mousse. So I guess that's that right there.
I will
either
also
one of
bring
these.
some
Oh,
back.
okay, yeah, there you go. I'm not into French food as much, but apparently Dalton, you are taken in. So there you go.
Apparently,
Yeah.
apparently last
they
week.
basically just had to mention eclairs, and I'm there. As long
Yeah.
as there's not chocolate on them, I'm fine. Because like, I absolutely adore pâte like cream puffs and puff pastry in general. So yeah, I'm all in favor of this.
If you would
Basically anything filled with cream is my favorite. So yeah.
Okay. What were you saying, Vank?
the weekend of February 19th, that following weekend, if you would have ran the Princess Half Marathon, you would get a free pretzel.
A free pretzel. Oh, would I also get the
from the play pig?
Healthcare from the heart attack that I would have?
It's worth it for the free pretzel.
Almost one you barely survived, not a month ago.
Yeah, I had. Here's the. This is the vegetarian, the plant-based option at the Flower and Garden. This makes sense to me. Okay, I'm not a big vegetarian food kind of guy. There is no such thing as plant-based meat.
Is it further down? Is another picture?
Yeah, there's going to be. I just wanted to rant on that. There is no such thing as plant-based meat. That's vegetables. That's it. It's a vegetable patty, fine, but it's not.
There is. It's called Black Angus. He eats the grass. It goes into him. There's your grass.
That's grass-fed, but
he's a vegetarian.
That's not to say that they're not good. I had a vegetarian burger last year at the food festival, and it was really good, but it's not plant-based meat. It's a freaking vegetable patty.
All the weird decisions.
So this has grilled street corn on the cob for $5.75. Oh my gosh, corn on the cob costs $0.25. Impossible farmhouse meatball with lentil bread, spinach marinated. That looks like a meatball taco. And then a bloomin' blueberry lemon and ginger tea. I'm in. Oh, I want that so much. But chocolate pudding terrarium with avocado cream, matcha crumble, and baby herbs. Oh, my daughter wants that.
Please. Yes.
Yeah, she loves matcha. Oh, that looks good. I like myself a good corn on the cob, but if you're paying $5.75, yeah, that better be really good. That better be really good. And this is the meatball taco. That looks good too, actually.
Here's our article here. It says 13 signs you've written.
And then you have the chocolate pudding terrarium with avocado cream. Look at that. You see this, Dalton?
Mm-hmm.
Holy Toledo. Look at that. That looks good. Oh,
here's our article right here. It says 13 signs you've ridden Splash Mountain too many times.
Okay. Hold on just a sec, because we're still on this, and we'll get to it. Okay.
Your vegetarian food.
Yeah. Well, hey, are you kidding me? Look at the picture that we're sharing here. That looks good, man. Say again.
It's like mold.
That's matcha. That has nothing to do with mold. It's matcha. You've never had matcha before?
That's not cheese.
And this is that drink we're talking about. It's a bloomin' blueberry lemon and ginger tea featuring Twinnings of London. And if you want it with handmade vodka, boom.
Sweet Lord, it looks even better than it sounded.
I know, right? Damn, that's pretty sweet.
Yes.
I know. All righty. Let's turn mine off, and then we'll okay, what are we talking about? 13 signs you've ridden Splash Mountain too many times. That looks good. The flavor profile doesn't appeal to.
All right.
Dalton just got his copyright. Okay. So go.
All right. So you Zip-a-dee-dee-doo know all the lyrics to this iconic song. You know who the Zip-a-dee-dee lady is. You know the names of these three possum sisters. Do you?
No.
No, this is from Disneyland, right? Probably.
Well, Disney World, Splash Mountain is at Disney World as well.
Is it?
Although I do know everybody's got a laughing place to go. Whoa, ho. Yes, I do know the songs from it.
You know where the characters on the paddle boat came from before being moved to Splash Mountain?
The American Adventure. It was a show that was at Walt Disney World that now houses PhilharMagic.
You know why CEO Michael Eisner called it Splash Mountain?
Because the movie Splash was out at the time and they wanted cross promotion.
All right. Bear Fox is reading a book.
I remember that movie.
How to Catch a Rabbit, and you know the author.
No.
All right. You know what? You know that when the ride gets stuck, Bear Fox and Bear are to blame.
Yes. that I did, yes.
You hope that if you do get stuck, you aren't seated right next to the waterfall at the end.
That can be pretty bad because there's also there's a spot that one, people can fire water at you, and two, when the ride goes down here, it fires water over the hill. So if you are stuck at that spot, then it's complete. But what they're talking about is
Mountain even once, and that
what they're talking about
like water rides
is stopping at the top of the hill, which I would love to, because you get a great view. Isn't that right, Gail?
Drenched.
Gail is snoring. Gail is snoring really loud right now. Yeah. All right. What's next?
Says, you know what the flashing lantern in the loading unloading area means?
No.
You know when to get in line so you can view fireworks while on the ride?
Yes.
You know that the little gopher in the cavern scene isn't sneezing, and you know what college he's cheering for.
Actually, no, I never noticed that. But then again, I'm not stopping in the line very much. I'm usually fast passing and running right through it.
I have a collection of the commemorative Ziploc bags.
I have, yes. you get them because they give these things to you so you can protect your cell phone and all that kind of stuff. Yeah, so might as well keep it. Yeah.
It says,
holy Toledo, Gail.
I think so you know, or you basically you've ridden more than one version of this ride and know the difference.
Wait, say it again.
You have rated more than one version of this ride and know the difference. In other words, you've been to this one in Walt Disney World, the one in Disneyland.
No, never been to Disneyland. Hey, let's do a GoFundMe to get the entire crew.
Really? Right. And it got 9.8 out of 10.
Oh, okay. So. Let's do a GoFundMe and see if we can't get the crew to go. It'd be the four of us, Professor, myself, and you two.
If our problem is that we'd get scared because you might get mixed up with Brian Michael Bendis.
Oh yeah, no. No.
That was a low blow.
That really was.
Compared to the Bendis, man. What
there was no need for that. That was needlessly cruel.
That was vulgar. This is a family show, man. What the heck?
It belongs in the museum.
New Hot Diggity Dogs food truck coming to Disney Springs. Let me see what else is cool to talk about. This is something I like. This is for people who have the annual pass, or if you want to come down, there's new magic bands. But one of the characters that has been abandoned almost by Disney is from Epcot. It used to be that Figment was was basically the mascot of Epcot, and you had the Dream Finder as well. And
they got rid of it. I remember when that happened.
Yeah, I want this so much because I loved Figment and the Dream Finder. I thought they were really cool, and now you can actually get this on a magic band. Yeah, that sounds really good to me.
Do they still have like Figment merchandise?
Yeah. Yeah, he's especially like for the Food and Wine and for the art festival, he was everywhere. And they've got the Orange Bird as well. Yay.
Oh, well, I mean that's good. At least they're not erasing him from existence or imaginary existence, as the case may be.
Now, what ended up happening was Kodak just lost interest in really paying for the ride to get fixed. So at one point in time, they figured, okay, well, we're going to do this, but we want these changes. And it was changes that nobody liked.
Curse you, corporate greed.
The 7 days Disney World closed down. What do we have there? And then we're going to end on this one.
Do you know which days?
My guess would be hurricane days.
Yeah.
Probably in 2008.
Since 1971 opening, Walt Disney World has been the ultimate vacation destination for millions of people from all over the world. All right. So saying the hurricane 1999 is the first one.
Mm-hmm.
Disney World went nearly 28 years without an unscheduled closure due to weather. However, that streak ended in September because of Hurricane Floyd.
Yeah, I remember the Hurricane Floyd. That was actually a fun one.
All right. Well, the next
I
one.
love that you can grade hurricanes on the degree of fun.
If it doesn't cause any damage to my house yet, gets me out of work, I am A-okay with it.
Oh,
yes.
Okay. So instead of snow days, you have hurricane.
I have hurricane days. Yeah. If I can use the, oh yeah, we had a lot of damage where I'm stuck here at home. They would pay because I worked at Universal and Universal would pay us even though we couldn't come into work.
Even though that they opened up the next day, Animal Kingdom in downtown Disney the following day for that. Then the next one after that was 9/11. Obviously.
Well, we're gonna use quotation marks for that because I was working at Universal at the time also, and we were closed. But the thing is, they weren't immediately closed. They thought about what to do. Then they heard that planes were heading to Florida, so they closed Disney.
Okay, that makes sense.
And after Disney closed, Universal figured, okay, if they're closing, we're closing.
Yep, because they decided to close. They already were open. So.
Which it was just a rumor because they started in Florida, so that's where these guys came from. It would not make sense if you're gonna fly a plane into Disney World to go all the way up to It just seems.
I had an acquaintance in college who swore that the most sensible place to do a terrorist attack would be Disney.
Not at all.
I could not for the life of me get it through his head that would make no sense whatsoever.
It would be horrible. It would be a horrible place unless you are attacking the entire world. If you're trying to attack America and its infrastructure, okay, yeah, fine. They picked some interesting targets, but there are so many citizens from everywhere in the world at Walt Disney World.
A diplomatic incident in about 0.5 of a second.
And I think there would be, in all honesty, I think there would be more anger over Disney because it's vacationing families than there would be over the Twin Towers.
And Disney World and Disney in general is a worldwide brand. And if you hit people that close to home with it, that would be one way to basically get the entire Middle East nuked off the face of the map.
So what's next?
In the summer and fall of 2004, basically got 3 more hurricanes.
Yeah, one right after the other. God went bowling for Floridians.
Hurricane Charlie was in August. And then less than a month later, we got Francis, of course, both September 4th and the 5th. Magic Kingdom, Epcot, and Typhoon Lagoon reopened September 6th, while Hollywood Studios, then known as Disney MGM Studios, Animal Kingdom and Blizzard Beach remained shuttered until the following day. Finally, on September 26th, the resorts parks were closed to another hurricane called Jean.
That was, there were some I think 2 of them at least went right up Florida. That's why I say they were actually bowling for Floridians. I used to live near a supposed target for attacks back in the day, the Bureau of Standards in MD, so Maryland. Yeah.
You ever get these passes?
Yeah. No, I didn't get any of those because I get them for free.
Okay.
But I have seen these.
That'd be cool to have one of those, like a collector thing.
I do have a pin, however, that says I worked at Disney during the hurricane.
So the next one was following the trifecta of 2004. The next one was 2016, October. That was Hurricane Matthew, forced the parks to close at 5 p.m. on 6 p.m. October 6th. Yeah, you guys are like, you just count how many hurricanes you have. You count how many hurricanes there. Like, did Walt not know they have hurricanes in Florida?
Yeah, but you can see them coming, so you can plan for it.
Like I was saying, Venkman, you or I get blizzards. Eglantine gets hurricanes.
We get hurricanes. Me and my cousin actually played baseball in a hurricane once. We thought the storm cleared. It was just the eye.
Did you hit the ball and come flying back at you?
Actually, it did. We didn't hit it, but we threw it, and we found out that we could throw the ball, and it would hang for a moment, and then it would fly back a little bit, and we would catch it. And that's
I'll
when
take my chances with the snow thing.
That's when my aunt, because it was blowing pretty hard, and that was when my aunt discovered that we were outside, and she was fit to be tied. Yeah, we got hided for that one.
As you can imagine, I'll bet. Yeah,
we deserved it.
Reckless abandon and sheer, in the immortal words of Minerva McGonagall, sheer dumb luck.
Yeah, we deserved that particular.
The next one was Hurricane Irma. That's September 9th, the following year. Jeez.
Yeah, fun times. Fun times. Come on down, guys. Just not during hurricane season.
Mickey at the island.
Actually, you can. It might be a rainy day, but at least the crowds aren't huge.
So that was it. That was.
There you go. All right. I think it's about time to wrap it up. Granted, going back to the original topic, is Disney worth it? It's getting less and less, in all honesty. The amount of people who are here.
If you're saying that, then that means it was probably not worth it about a year ago.
Well, I think they did a lot of damage when they decided to go on the pricing, and they decided they showed everybody the slow periods, and now there are no slow periods. Now it's always busy, and sometimes it's uncomfortably busy. It's so busy you're not able to have a good time.
It's like with Hollywood. Now every month there's a blockbuster, whereas before it was the like Christmas season and the summer season that was blockbuster.
If we do it real quickly, we can just end it on a food one.
And you got to. It's not just that; it's the constant. It's the constant not caring, and that's what it really seems like. We'll save the we'll save the food one for next time, Vank.
Okay.
It's the constant not caring about anything, it seems like, except for the dollar, and that's been I've seen it happen more and more and more. Now, granted, I appreciate some of the opportunities that people can get. They have a tour for everything now. Alrighty, dude. My goodness, I have a feeling that Venkman's afraid we're gonna go and then we're gonna leave him by himself. What do you have? Eat like a superhero. That's a Marvel. That's not Disney.
Yeah, Marvel. Yeah.
No, that's Marvel. Marvel is not Disney. Marvel's not Disney.
I mean, Disney does own them.
Marvel is not Disney. And you know what? Darth Vader doesn't need to be riding on Cinderella's carousel.
It's a new cookbook that's coming out July 27th.
Okay, after this, we're leaving. Okay.
That's it. That's all you gotta say.
Okay, what's the blue donuts?
Space Cop donuts.
They're what?
Nova Space
Space Cop donuts. Okay, scroll up. Start at the. What was the? What are we looking at here? Okay, scroll down to the recipes. What's next?
That was Phoenix hot chicken and egg oyokadon. I can't pronounce that. Let's see, there you go.
Phoenix's hot chicken and egg. I can't read that word.
Yeah, egg oyokadon.
Alrighty. There you go.
Yep.
Marvel is not Disney, nor is Star Wars. Marvel is Marvel. Star Wars is Star Wars. Yay, Disney owns them. Congratulations. Marvel is not freaking Disney. Princess Leia is
donuts,
not
man.
Princess. Dude, I'm right around the corner from Magic Kingdom where I could get awesome cupcakes that look a hell of a lot more creative than that.
Ship one to me.
Huh?
Put one in a box and send it to me.
That thing will come
I'll
to you so melted, man. I tried to get something from Disney to my house and it melted.
That's awesome.
Well, I mean, Florida is known for being hot and humid, so that does make
it earned that reputation, sir. Is that the only two they show?
Yeah, that's it.
All right, there you go.
That's it. I just wanted to land it on the food thing.
Okay, there you go. Anyway, guys, once again, as far as the whole thing, I'm worried about Disney. But the thing is, a lot of people are still coming. I mean, you know, the Rise of the Skywalkers or Resistance, whatever it is incredibly popular. People love that ride. Even though they have to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning to get there at opening. So everybody, as soon as they get in, can type on the My Disney Experience. Oh, I got a fast pass for it, which they're calling boarding pass. It's a fast pass. And then, okay, I could ride this ride, and now nobody else can ride it for the rest of the day because everybody at 5 o'clock got there. Yeah, good try, guys. People are still enjoying it. People are still paying the money. I'm waiting for them to price out. I thought they did. You know, a lot of people thought they did. They just priced out. And that was why Star Wars wasn't doing as well. It's one of the reasons. No, once Rise of Resistance opened, holy Toledo. You're not seeing all these hate channels talking about Galaxy's Edge anymore, do you?
Suddenly it's all very, very quiet, suspiciously. Yeah.
And the menace, shut the hell up. They're not much of a menace, nor are they much of fans, tell you the truth. But they shut the hell up because they don't have anything to say. Galaxy's Edge is a huge success. Go figure. Do they like it? Probably not. Who cares? Do you? That's the important part. Doesn't matter if I like it. It matters if the people who pay and go, if they like it, that's what I mean.
Disney's expensive, but so is Six Flags.
That's true.
It's 60.
They're getting so desperate for content over on the Phantom Menace channel. I literally saw them talking about like Onward was gonna bomb because a million moms was boycotting them. I'm like, are you guys really that dense and unprincipled? Are we not gonna condemn 1 million moms in the same way we condemn the SJWs for being moralizing?
I don't know, but as far as it comes to anybody, there's always gonna be people who are gonna hate stuff just to hate it.
Yeah, it's weird. Disney needs to spend money for customer safety, otherwise they will pay it out in negligence lawsuit, says Moranya. Absolutely agree. Absolutely agree.
I want to know how many people got new tennis shoes.
Oh, new pants, new shirts, new tennis shoes, maybe equipment. If something got dipped in the water, watches, magic bands, the whole 9 yards, I'll bet you money that somebody got a hotel stay.
What happens to all that food, the donuts and cupcakes that don't get sold in a day?
They're put into recycling and it becomes energy.
Nobody eats it.
No. Well, I'm pretty sure it becomes recycling and it goes into. I'm pretty sure a donut or two might go into somebody's mouth, but for the most part, they're tossed. And
that was Speedway, man. When we at the end of the night.
Yeah. Well, Disney's a little bit. Yeah. At the end of the night, Speedway has 4 donuts and Disney has 1 million. So.
Hey, gee, where'd all the donuts go? I don't know.
It's like that one episode of Seinfeld at the end with Newman and Muffin Tops. They pay him to get rid of.
Yeah. We're not good enough for the Muffin Tops. No, actually they do. They have a huge recycling facility and yeah, they really do convert a whole bunch of it to energy. So there you go. Anyway, guys, thank you very much for hanging out with us. Moranya, DW Washburn, Maverick. And if you are watching and not commenting, be a part of the conversation in the comments, or if you want to come online and join the conversation, you are more than welcome to. And thank you very, very much for watching. And Venkman?
Yeah. Have a zippity-doo-dah day.